Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. I am Mari of Sew Disorganised. You can find me over on Instagram at Sew Disorganised. I also have a podcast called the Sew Disorganised Pod, and you can find me here on YouTube. So I am here today to talk all things Sew Fruity. If you are on Instagram, you may have seen that there is a challenge this month called Sew Fruity. It's hosted by Yvett of Blossom Sandwich, and I thought I would talk some of my plans, but I would also talk to you a little bit about how I've been using Stash Hub just to help organise my fruity projects. So if you also follow Yvette, you might have seen that her and her partner Doug, they have an incredible sewing business called Stash Hub, and it is basically the sewing organisational app to end sewing organisational apps. I am currently working towards getting diagnosed with ADHD. I am very scatty. I really struggle with routine and organisation, and I have tried, no joke, every single app you can imagine to try and organise my fabric and patterns. I've tried Trello, I've tried Notions, I've tried Excel. Like, honestly, I have really gone through and tried everything. And ever since Stash Hub has come along, I just find it so much easier and so much calmer. And just it is a sewing organisational app designed by sewers, and it's all built around feedback from the community. So it's literally built on what people need and want. So yeah, I thought I would just talk a little bit about that. And basically how I'm using that to help with the Sew Fruity challenge. So first off, what am I wearing? Well, this is actually my first entry for the Sew Fruity challenge. And okay, I'll put all the information in a box there and in the description, but let's talk basically a bit more about what Sew Fruity is before I get ahead of myself. Sew Fruity is a challenge that I believe has been going for 4 years. And it is where in the month of June, you sew up a fabric that's fruity, got either fruit or like fruit nods, or like basically themed around fruit. And it's an opportunity to get some fun, colourful, bright fabric out. And then you post, you can enter as many times as you want, and you put all your posts on Instagram on the 30th of June. Now, each post is classed as an entry, but obviously if somebody has made 5 different garments and posted 5 separate times, and then somebody else has just made 5 like 2 seam tote bags, really easy, really quick to sew, then Yvette might make the executive decision to just class all of them as one, because just to keep it fair, because obviously if somebody's put a load of effort into making a garment and you've sewn something really simple like a scrunchie, like a basic tote, then it just means that it's a bit more fair based around effort. But still, it doesn't have to be a garment, it can be an accessory, it doesn't have to be for you, it can be for anybody. Just get stuck in. The main aim of this, there are an absolute ton of prizes that you can win, but the main aim of this is to just have fun and just get involved, really. That is the biggest perk you're going to get out of this. So yeah, I will post all the details up there. There is a vlogger tour, so I am obviously later on in the month, and there will be people after me. But if you go back through, if you look at, I will put the Sew Fruity 24 hashtag in the description or in the name. And if you look there, you can find all the vlogs throughout the month. And I've been watching them. They're so good. They're definitely worth a look. But yeah, anyway, I was talking about what I'd made before I got distracted. So yeah, this is the Rio Ringer tee from True Bias, and I've just used some wooden block prints just to put some fruit on there. And I will do a stand up, and I'm wearing it, not that you can really see because it's very close, but I'm wearing it with my Nini culottes in this stretch seersucker that my friend Laura very kindly sent to me, because I've been hunting for some seersucker pink and red plaid, and she said she had some in her stash that she wasn't going to sew, so lovely person that she is, she sent it over, because sewing friends are the best friends, aren't they, really? Okay, so let's get this Stash Hub app up, and I will, if you haven't seen it before, let me just clear my filters. I will just run it through. So this is the app. This is all my fabric that I've got stored. If I click on this link there, I can see all my patterns. Sorry, I've got filters on because I was looking for stuff earlier. I've got all my patterns there. You can click through to Notions. I haven't been as organized to upload my Notions, but I do plan to one day, just not anytime soon. I can click on my projects. So here's all my projects. Again, sorry, I've got all my filters on. These are all my projects that I want to get sewing. And the great thing is you can find challenges in there. So all the challenges that are going on month by month or that are running throughout the year, you can find all of them. So I have been using the Stash Hub app to find out what fruity fabrics I have. Basically all my fabrics are on here, and instead of having to look through my physical stash, which could be quite overwhelming, or, you know, hunt for a million emails with the word fruity fabric in it to see if I'd ever bought any fruity fabric, I can simply go onto here. I have gone, let's find, okay, so I can go into my tags, and what I have done is I have tagged some of my fabric with the word fruit. And there it is. That is all my fruity fabric that I have in my stash. It's really easy. I can just look at that. I can make plans accordingly, and I can choose the ones that I want. Not all of these are here. Some of them are in storage, and I've actually just finished sewing that up. So I need to finish that project, but I'll do that later. But basically, yeah, what I do is I just go down to tags, and I've literally just tagged fruit so that when I want to find it, it's really easy to find. Apologies for my nails, I know they're a state, but I'm very bad at maintaining them. Okay, and then the great thing about this as well is that you can make a project. So if I want to make a project, say I want to make a t-shirt, I'm going to go to fabrics. I will select the flying cotton balls because it's fruity fabric. I'll show you some more fabrics in a bit. I'm not just going to talk about Stash Hub. I am going to go and show you my fabric plans. So I've added the fabric. I can add the pattern. So just go to garment type, t-shirts, because I'm just going to turn it into a t-shirt. And I don't know, we'll just do the anything but basic because it's my TNT. So I've got all that there. And then the best thing about this is I can click on challenges and I can add a challenge. So I'll add it to my So Fruity. And then that's what I'll do with the less information later. But then if I want to see what my plans are for the challenges, then I can just put has challenge, yes. Sorry, I don't know if this is coming up very clearly or not, but yeah, has challenge, yes, and apply. And then I can see all the projects. Most of these, sorry, went off. Most of these I may make 9, but you can see down there is my So Fruity challenge plan. And it's just a really, really good way to keep on top of it. So I don't have to do the mental work. The app does it for me, and I massively appreciate anything that takes some of the mental strain out of my brain, because my brain never stops, and that really helps just take one thing, like, so I can compartmentalize one thing and come back to it. But anyway, that is how Stash Hub has helped me with the challenge, like organize the challenge. And now I am going to talk to you about some of the fabrics and basically what you can use for the So Fruity challenge. Because despite the name, you don't have to sew something with fruit in it. As long as you can justify how you got there. So this is fruity because, and you can give a valid reason. Yvette's not going to, you know, interrogate you and ask you like 100 questions on why you think it's applicable. If you can give a valid reason, and it's not something like this fabric has hamsters on it and hamsters eat fruit, so, you know, make the connection, you know, and you've done like 5 degrees of separation to get there, then there really is a lot of span for interpretation and creativity. Because like I said, the main thing is just to get involved and to have fun. It's not, you know, like some sort of stringent, ridiculous challenge. It really is have fun. So I've got a few fabrics here. I'm going to talk to them. They're varying degrees of fruity, and I hope that will help you realise the parameters of this challenge. And I know it's quite, obviously my video is coming out quite late, so a lot of this, I guess, isn't massively helpful for a lot of you who are already sewn. But if you're like me and you do a last minute project, then this might help you if you just want to throw in a last minute make and you're struggling a bit for inspiration. And it might even help you, like especially with the stash hub, because I showed you that for So Fruity, but there are loads of other challenges going on, and it is applicable to any challenge you want to do. So yeah. So hopefully going forward, that just gives you a little bit of an idea on how to organise challenges with Stash Hub. But anyway, I've chatted enough about that. Let's get on to the fabric, because I know that's why you're here. I know you guys. So this is my first fabric, and this will probably be, well, I guess it'll be project number 2, because this is project number 1. But yes, this will probably be project number 2, and I'm just going to make like a basic t-shirt. But as you can see, there is no denying this is fruity fabric. You've got apples, bananas, watermelon, and these adorable little guinea pigs. And I love this fabric. I believe it was from Clarabella Fabrics. I might be wrong. I'll put the link down below. But she just basically does the most amazing jersey prints. And I love a childish jersey print. I think they're so much fun. They're so playful. And yeah, like I said, I'm just going to turn this into a really fun t-shirt. And I'm obsessed with guinea pigs. I grew up with guinea pigs, and Liam and I, our first pets were guinea pigs. And I love that some of these look like my guinea pigs. So that looks like our last guinea pig, Snuffkin. We've got, who else have we got? We've got Fattenberg. Fattenberg there. Fattenberg was called Fattenberg. She was huge and she ate everything. Unfortunately, she actually passed away because she ate one of my breast pads when I was pregnant. And obviously, you know, if you've had a child and you breastfeed, you can't really get away with not wearing breast pads. And one of them fell off the side and stuck by the tank, and curious little guinea pig that she was, bless her, gobbled it up. And yeah, it wasn't good, but she was an absolute beast. And she was so sweet, she was so funny, she was a character. Anyway, that's a very sad story. I mourned a lot, and I still feel guilty to this day. I think it was just one of those things where I was so sleep deprived. I had a newborn baby, I had an awful labour, and I spent the first 2 weeks in so much pain that I actually couldn't sleep. Like, I was staggering paracetamol on top of ibuprofen all night, just so I could try and get some sleep and not be in pain. And I think it was just around that time that my brain just wasn't kicking in, and just I did something really stupid and left it too close to the cage, not thinking that a guinea pig would eat it because it's not food. But Fattenberg was no ordinary guinea pig. Anyway, yeah, and so that was Fattenberg. We've got, I'm sure there was, Schwari there. And then that one there looks like my first ever guinea pig, Snuffkin, who was so sweet. So yeah, this fabric is, I feel a lot of emotional connection to this fabric, and I'm really excited that So Fruity is kind of giving me the boost to get it sewn up, so I can wear my guinea pigs very, very close to my heart, because I miss them. I really, really miss them. They are tiny little capybaras, and capybaras are just fantastic. So if you can get them in pint size, even better. Anyway, that was a massive tangent, but that is probably going to be project number 2. Okay, so next is this one. And again, this is a bit harder to see the fruit, but like I said, there is fruit in here, but like I said, there are a lot of parameters for creativity, and I will show that especially in the next 2 fabrics that I show you. So this one, it does have an apple. I think that is the only fruit. It does have an apple. If you follow me on Instagram, you might recognise this fabric because I made a caramel jumpsuit in it. But I love this fabric so much that I had to go and get more, because if I could put myself onto a fabric, I feel like this is very much the vibe. It is my favourite style of cartoon. I love inanimate objects with those big rubber hose style cartoon eyes. I love that very cartoony retro feel style graphic. And it's just a really, really fun print. I don't know what I'm going to turn this into. Like I said, I made the caramel, and it's a quilting cotton, so I might make it into a shirt. I might make like a beachy shirt and short. I might even turn it into a dress. I don't know. This one probably will not get sewn for So Fruity, just because aside from So Fruity, I do have a few other projects that I do need to get done this month for ambassador projects and some other challenges that I want to get involved in. But like I said, this one, it has fruit in it. You have to hunt for the fruit, but it would obviously still count because it's got fruit. Even if your fabric only has a tiny little nod to fruit, it still counts, which I will show you in the next fabric. Oh, I just bumped the camera. I hope I put it back to the same spot. If not, it doesn't really matter, but it will. Okay, so this fabric is next. Again, probably won't be getting sewn for So Fruity, because I'm sick of sewing winter stuff. I'm ready for summer stuff, and this is obviously a more winter weight fabric. It is a heavy tapestry cotton canvas, and it was called Flowers and Fruit, so it is fruity. As you can see, those are meant to be, I believe, apples. I believe they're meant to be apples. They look a bit like apples, but yeah. Basically, if you looked at this fabric, you would spend a while hunting for the fruit, but it is definitely there. It's just a tiny little thing. But again, this would count. It is still fruity. I would still class this as an entry for So Fruity, just because it has got a tiny little bit of fruit in it. But yeah, this is one day going to be a jacket. Probably autumn. I've had this for about 2 years, waiting to turn it into a jacket, so I really do need to get on and do this. But yeah, that is this will not be a So Fruity, but it would still count if I chose to enter into the challenge. All right, the next one is a bit of a wild card, and it is this one. And where is the fruit in this? What is the nod to the fruit in this, I hear you ask? Well, when I bought this fabric, the colour was called dragon fruit. So, tentative connection, I'm still going to class that in the same way that if I sewed a plain fabric in orange, it's an orange. It's orange, it's an orange, it's a connection to fruit. The colour of this on the shop, I have the receipts, I can show you the receipts, was dragon fruit. Dragon fruit is a fruit. This is a fruity colour. I would sew this into a t-shirt and then be like, look, it counts. It's dragon fruit coloured. It counts. It's the name of it is a fruit. It's like kind of like, okay, so I might even do some fruit prints on it like this, because obviously this t-shirt I couldn't enter, and then I just added the fruit and now it's fruity. But like I said, it is a tentative link. I will give you that, but it would still count because it's a fruity colour. It's a fruit. The name is fruit. And that's what I'm saying is if you are really struggling to find fabric in your stash that is fruity, you can really, really get creative. Like I said, a lot of people would look at this in their stash and be like, that's not fruity, I can't enter that. But I'm still, and I'm sure Yvette might tell me different, but I like to think that she would agree with me because there is a link there. It is fruity. It is still within that fruity theme. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you, and this isn't actually the fabric that I would choose for this, because I'm not going to sew up that fabric for So Fruity, and I will show you pictures of it, but then I will show you the fabric because it's the same, it's just in a different colorway. So this one is, imagine this is yellow and pink, and I will show you a picture, but I'm just going to show you right, let's show you. Okay, so that is the fabric that I would have picked if it wasn't still in storage. And the name of that fabric is Fruit Salad. Now, I know fruit salad is not a fruit. I know that. But it's still fruity. You can't deny fruit salad is still fruity, if not in ingredients, in name and feeling. In the same way that juicy fruit gum, you describe that as juicy and fruity because it's juicy fruit gum. Fruit salad is still fruity because it's fruit salad. So yeah, I would sew up that one. That would be my connection to fruit salad. And when you look at it, it does remind you of fruit salad. Obviously not this one, because I just, this is so you can get a visual of what that fabric would be like. So yeah, I would sew that up into whatever I wanted to sew, and I'd be like, okay, here is my link. It is fruit salad. It looks like fruit salad. It is fruity. And that, these kind of things I would only do if I didn't have a better option. Obviously, if I had fabric in my stash, well, say like this one, it's covered in fruit, I'm going to go for this one first because it is more in keeping with the theme. But if I didn't have anything like that, and that pink and yellow fabric and this were all I had to work with, that would be my compromise, and I like to think that it would still be completely applicable. So so that really is the point, is just get creative. Just get as creative as you want and interpret it in the best way that you can. Okay, so finally, again, obviously another fruit fabric. There is no denying this is so fruity. This is a French terry. I might sew this up. Again, I'm not sure I'm ready to do winter sewing, but it is very fruity, and it's not the thickest French terry. It is quite light. So it might just make, like if I make in like a baggy jumper and shorts, it might just make a really nice loungewear set, because we are still having a few cooler evenings. Like last night wasn't massively warm. Last night for me, I don't know, it's the 23rd of June, we might have scorchers now. I don't know when this was posted, but for me, it's the beginning of June and we're still having a few cold nights. So yeah, I might even actually just do that this month and just whip it up into a really nice, I'll probably keep all like the edges raw and just make it a really nice raw style, like deconstructed style jumper and shorts that I think would be really cozy and not too hot for this weather. So yeah, this might be my third So Fruity contribution. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, anyway, that is it. I hope that's been helpful. I hope that, because I know I'm coming in quite late, so I don't really know how much help I can be with inspiration, as I'm sure a lot of you have already made your projects, are working on your projects, or have identified your projects. But if you are coming into it late because you didn't think that you could join in because you didn't have any fruity fabric, this is just my call to say you've still got 7 days. Yeah, you've still got a week. You've still got an entire week before you have to post. Look at your stash again. See what ways you can interpret your fabric to be fruity. You don't have to miss out just because your fabric doesn't look like this. And that does not exclude you. Like I said, get creative, really just, and if you have fabric paint, you can always do some painting and paint some fruit on, so you can, like, you know, take that creativity to a whole new level. So yeah, that is all I'm saying, is please don't feel like you've come this far and you can't join in, because there is always scope for everybody and there are some fabulous prizes to be won. So it is really, if nothing else, it is really worth just getting stuck in for that. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you're feeling inspired. I am so excited to see all of your fruity makes come June 3rd. It's like I love it on a challenge day, when my feed, and like something like this, where my feed just becomes absolutely full of bright, like summery prints. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, and good luck. I hope you win prizes. I hope I win prizes. I'm not gonna lie, that would be great. I am joining in too after all. But yeah, good luck. Enjoy. I hope you're having a great month. I hope you're having a great time in this challenge, and I will be back at some point soon with another video on I don't know what, but we shall see. And yeah, like, subscribe. I'm gonna wrap it up. I feel like I'm just dragging this out now. Bye.